Welcome to Fool Us. For over a decade, Penn Teller have welcomed the world's best magicians right here on this stage. The most deceptive ones leave with a Fool Us trophy and international bragging rights. Yet, that doesn't stop Penn Teller from putting their amazing minds and their reputations on the line year after year. Please welcome the unstoppable and often unstumpable Penn and Teller. Trophy and a slot in their show to the first magician who fools them. They also give it to the second and third. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's begin with our first magician.
I started in magic so young. I created effects for Copperfield and David Blaine when I was in my early 20s. It was amazing. A lot of the time, I couldn't even believe what was happening. I believe it now. Magic isn't just what I do now. It's literally who I am. When you know yourself like that, you're ready to be a grown-up in other ways too. Bonnie is the love of my life, and raising a son together has made me a better man. I live in a house now, not in a suitcase. One whole room is my creative space where I get to build and dream. It took me a long time to perfect the routine I'm doing tonight, but I'm really excited about the way it turned out. So I think I have a fighting chance to fool Penn and Teller. I mean, if I saw someone else doing this routine, I know it would fool me.
Give it up for the magic of Vogt.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Penn and Teller. Thank you for having me back. I actually have a trick that needs 3 people. So Brooke and Penn and Teller, would you mind joining me on stage? Give them a big round of applause. Nice to meet you. You can stand roughly about here.
Okay.
Penn, you can come over here.
Want me right here?
Good to see you, sir. Tyler, good to see you. You can stand right here. Perfect.
Here we are.
Okay, I've made a prediction over there in that envelope. Okay. First question for all of you is there are 3 stools and there are 3 of you. So in a moment, I'm gonna have each of you select a stool to stand in front of, but I want you to try to pick the stool you would think I wouldn't have thought you would think to pick.
Okay.
Okay, so if you wouldn't mind, have a little team huddle right here and discuss
Boys.
amongst yourselves where you would like to sit. I don't have to hear it, you can whisper, you can talk, you can decide, you can tell each other where you want to stand. It's totally up to you, okay? And whenever you guys have decided, you can stand in front of the stool you have selected. That was the first choice. Now I'll have each of you carefully have a seat for me. Go for it. Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. Excellent. So 3 people, 3 stools. Now, I want each of you to think of a color. Okay. Now, if I ask somebody to think of a random color, you usually think of red, blue, green, yellow, and it's very difficult to invent a color, all right? But Penn and Teller, of the 2 of you, Penn, you're probably more famous for your words. So Penn, if you were to attempt to make up a color, like 1 word for a color, you just have to make up a word.
1 word?
1 word, like making up a color, what word would you make up, sir?
Slink.
Slink. That's a great color. That's a good one. Actually, nice. It takes a second, though, right?
Yeah,
it takes a second. Slink. That's a good one. Now, to make it easier for you and Brooke and Teller, what I did was I went to a paint store and I took 100 different samples from the paint store. Now, in a moment, I'm gonna go down the row and I want each of you to reach in and take 1 out.
Okay.
But I don't want you to look for your favorite color, so look to the side, reach in and select 1 color. You first, Penn. Make sure they don't stick together. Make sure you get 1. They're kind of sticky.
They are sticky.
And once you have one. All right, don't let me see it.
I'm not letting you see it.
Okay. Brooke.
And don't look.
You can just reach in, make sure you only have 1. Don't let me see it. You've got it? Got 1?
Can I look at it?
You can look at it, but don't let me see it.
We can look at it.
Teller, would you please reach in there, sir, and make sure you grab 1, but don't let me see it. Do you have 1, sir? Yes? Cool. Okay, so 3 people, 3 stools, 3 colors. Nothing makes sense yet, right?
No, not at all.
Not at all. But like I said, I made some predictions, okay? Now, the first prediction I made was over here in this envelope.
Okay.
And I've gone nowhere near this, right?
No.
No.
You have now.
I have now, yes. This is for you, Penn. Would you hold on to that with the color? Excellent. And what I thought would hopefully happen before I came out here was I was hoping that Penn would be on the far right, then Brooke, then Teller. Pretty good? That was the warm-up prediction.
Good.
Okay? The next thing is those colors. Okay, I'll come down here first. All right? Teller, if you wouldn't mind, would you please hand that color to Brooke so she can say it out loud for us?
I might need your
Brooke, would you
glasses,
please
Penn.
read that color out loud?
Cloudless.
Cloudless. Okay, I'll take that back from you so you can see. This is Teller's color, cloudless, right? Now, it looks like a light blue, but it's not called light blue. It's called cloudless, very specific. Now, what I didn't tell you guys was when I went to the paint store, I didn't just take those samples. I bought 3 cans of paint, and I painted some stools.
Oh.
Teller, would you please stand up for me, sir, and take one step over here to our left? Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going for cloudless or light blue. Could I get a drum roll, please? Drum roll. That's right. It's cloudless blue! Yes! Nice! Teller, you can have a seat. Thank you, sir. Perfect. Brooke, would you please tell everybody what was the color you selected?
Outgoing orange.
Outgoing orange. I'll take that from you. Not orange. Outgoing orange. Brooke, this is for you. If you wouldn't mind, step right over there to your right.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going for outgoing orange. Drum roll, please. And outgoing orange! Boom! You can have a seat, Brooke.
Wow.
All right.
This is my favorite color.
Penn, I bet you have no idea where this trick is going. Penn, would you please tell everybody what is the name of the color you selected, sir?
I have premium clear coat. That's not gonna be easy.
Oh, great. Okay.
Uh-oh.
That was not supposed to be in there. Okay, cool. Great job, Penn. Premium clear coat.
Yeah.
How would you describe clear coat?
I don't know, it's clear.
Clear?
Like nothing, like no color?
No
Like-
color. Okay, clear or no color. Would all of you be impressed if Penn was sitting on a stool that had no color at all?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go for it. Penn, would you please stand up, sir?
Okay.
Take one step to your right. All right, we're gonna go for clear coat. Clear coat. Drum roll, please. All right. Oh, you know what? That looks pretty clear to me. Now here's the thing. I told you I made a series of predictions, and there's actually one more thing I predicted. And what I did was I wanted to make sure you knew it wasn't printed, so I wrote it in pencil, and I wrote it inside something, and I wanted it in plain view, and so I've had Penn hold onto that envelope this entire time that's now on the floor there. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Would you please tear that envelope open?
Okay,
You can rip it open there. It should break open on the seam. Here we go, just like this.
okay.
Penn, would you please read to everybody what is written on the inside of that envelope, sir?
Pen will make up the color slink.
This is for you. I'll hold this up. Slink, ladies and gentlemen! This is for you, sir.
Thank you so
You
much.
guys can go back to your seat. Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Penn. Thank you
Wow.
for Brooke and Penn.
Light going, everyone! Oh my goodness, that was amazing! That was mind-blowing.
Thank you.
Can you let us into the magician mind? If you see a trick and you can't figure it out, how do you ever get that out of your mind?
I don't try to figure it out. Sometimes it's just if you read it in a book or you know how it works, you can't unknow something. But you guys have the best magicians in the world on here, so I'm regularly fooled by this show.
What's the nuttiest thing you've ever been asked to turn into a magic trick?
I lived with David Blaine for about 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And we had a alligator that was in the apartment. And doing tricks and helping him with that alligator is probably top of the list. Weird stuff I've done.
A little bit harder than doves and chickens.
Yes.
Okay, Blake, do you think they know your magic secrets?
I have no idea.
Let's check in with the boys.
Yes.
Hey, Blake, good to see you. Always great stuff from you.
Thank you.
Always good, always inventive, always funny. You know, when I look up on this stage right here, I start thinking about a three-way. I mean, maybe even a six-way, maybe even and I don't want you to take that the wrong way. And there's some of the stuff in here like that you know what I'm thinking. And there are things in here that I'm not even going to hint to you because you know that we know that you know that we know. And you weren't even pretending that that was going to fool us. You have one thing that you really think is going to fool us, and that's what I want to concentrate on because we know you like the newest stuff. We also know you haven't been on the show in a while, and you've been plotting on how to take us down. And I'm just telling you that we know you're plotting. We know that. And you also know exactly what I meant by the six-way. So I do not think you fooled us.
They are definitely not fooled. They
What
know
do you
what's
think?
going on.
They know, but do you know what they know? Because I don't know.
They know exactly what's going on.
Oh. So you know what a six-way is?
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you, and come back and play with
Yes,
us
definitely.
again.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Blake.
Everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Come back and see us. Penn and Teller will perform one of their newest tricks at the end of tonight's show. But first, they'll take on more magicians. So stay close, everyone. We'll be right back. All right, we are back in action. Let's see if you can keep up with our next magician.
For me, the secrets of magic are like a priceless inheritance that needs to be passed along to the next generation. So I mentor young magicians, and I've done so for many years, because watching tricks on YouTube just isn't enough. To be a truly skilled magician, I think you need to have a sense of history. Most young magicians don't realize it, but the major techniques of stage magic were born over 150 years ago, the era of gears and steam. That was a time of accelerated change, just like today. And if you study the old masters like I have, you realize that even the oldest objects of wonder can still amaze. Tonight, I'm reviving a trick that's 150 years old. Penn and Teller will surely think they know it, until they don't. And that's where I've got them. Only time will tell.
Please welcome Master Magician Marc DeSouza.
Thank you. This evening, I'd like to present a classic of magic from the Victorian age. But this is Fool Us, and an old trick like this is not going to fool Penn and Teller. So I added a couple of twists. It uses things commonly found in that era. First is this hat, commonly referred to as a top hat, more properly as an opera hat. This box is actually a tea chest, the type found in Victorian drawing rooms. It's used to hold your very best teas to serve your guests. And this, a die, used to play games in the Victorian times, although this one's just a little bit larger. The illusion is called the flying die. The die is placed into the chest. I remove it and drop it into the hat. It is gone from the chest and is in the hat. Far more difficult is to reverse the procedure, removing it from the hat and tossing it into the chest where it lands audibly. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the flying die. You have to realize the Victorian audiences were not nearly as sophisticated as you. But I'll do it again in a hopefully more convincing fashion. We remove the die from the chest, drop it into the hat. It is gone from the chest and is in the hat. I know that look. You want me to open the other door. I can do that. And you want me to open both doors. I can do that too. Actually, I can open all the doors because the die is gone from the chest and appears here in the hat, the flying die. Oh yeah, now he's good. You know, I realize you weren't expecting it to be quite that convincing, so I'll do it again. But this time, pay close attention to the subtleties and nuances that make this the classic that it is. I remove the die and drop it into the hat. It is gone from the chest and I thought oh, that's a problem. Not sure what happened, but we can fix this in post. Okay. I'll just keep going. The die is in the chest. We remove it, drop it into the hat. It is gone from the... Or not. Let me check the book. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see the problem. This is called a die box, not a dice box. It only works with one die. Let me get rid of that one and we'll try it just with this die. Yeah, we'll remove it, drop it in the hat. It's gone from... I'm not sure what's going on here, but let me get rid of this one. I'll try it one last time. You know, I had such high hopes of fooling you guys. I'm really sorry. We'll do it one last time. The die is in the chest. We remove it. We drop it in the hat. It's gone from the oh, it is. It works. It's gone from the chest and appears here in the hat. The illusion involving a hat, a die, and a tea chest. And I thank you for your kind attention.
Marc, DeSouza, everyone! Woo! Do you consider yourself a magical historian?
I do. I've been studying the history of magic for many, many years. In fact, I do a show called The History of Magic Through Performance, in which I do 10 historically significant tricks, and this is one of them.
Why is it important to study the history?
If you study the history, you learn these things, and it gives you a much better footing in creating your own magic for modern day use.
What is it about magic for you that makes it so timeless?
Boy, that's a good question. You know, I think it's the feeling that people get from it that's, you know, very different than seeing a movie or seeing a play or reading a book. It's something that's happening right before your eyes that just defies the laws of nature. It's impossible, and it's happening right here.
Okay, Marc, here we go. Let's see if you go down in Fool Us history as a fooler.
All right.
Boys, are we ready?
I think we are. Hey, Marc, how you doing, boy? Great act. You know, Teller will know one of my obsessions is the die box. I love it more than anything. I've been trying to find an angle on it for years and years and years. I got all sorts of notes, and you found a way to turn it into the multiplying dice, which is really, really wonderful. Before we get into that kind of stuff, I mean, obviously, great presentation, all of that. How is that a tea box? How would you put tea in that thing?
I have absolutely no idea, but I had to come up with an excuse for the thing.
Yeah, they always say, this is a tea box. If you put tea in the damn thing, it would just fall out the front of it as soon as you open it.
Unless there's a die in it, and then it won't go in anyway.
Then you can't get the tea in. Anyway, what we loved about it is how you justify the sucker gag. I'd never seen anybody justify it with that. It really makes it nice, and it doesn't mean you have to prod people into yelling stuff out.
Right.
You just can explain it right there. But I'll tell you, you talk about your Victorian props, but I'll also tell you that that box is much too clever to have been around in Victorian times. And the way our eyes just deceive us into seeing things that aren't as fully there as we first thought. And we love the routine. I love that the die box got a good reaction from the audience, and we don't think you fooled us.
What do you think, Marc?
I think they got me.
They got you. Oh, my goodness. Well, you come back and see us again. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Marc.
Marc, DeSouza, everyone. Don't go anywhere. More of TV's best magic when Fool Us returns. To the Penn Teller Theater, where you have the best seat in the house. Let's meet our next magician.
Hypnosis kind of found me. There wasn't a huge arts community in Iowa, but I saw a hypnosis show, and I thought, you know what? If all I had to do was go sleep, and then the volunteers did fun, crazy stuff and made a great show, I bet I could do that. It was a little bit more than that. But before long, I was headlining my own show on the Las Vegas Strip. There's a lot of misconceptions about hypnosis, but probably the biggest one is that it's mind control. But really, it's quite the opposite. When you're in a trance state, your fears don't get in the way of your imagination. And that's a superpower. Just by being part of the Las Vegas entertainment community, I got introduced to magic. And even though hypnosis and magic are very different, I like magic just as much. Penn Teller, I'm gonna use my experience as a hypnotist, mentalist, and magician to try to fool you.
Give it up for the magic of Anna Rose.
When I was a kid in Iowa, I dreamt of growing up to be one of two things. My plan A was to be Nancy Drew, and my backup plan was to be a Spice Girl. Now, my family said I needed to be more realistic, so I moved to Vegas, became a magician, and now I'm gonna try to fool Penn and Teller. Penn, I want you to think of any card, not the Queen of Hearts or the Ace of Spades, since we as magicians know that those are the most common, but any other card. Do you have it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how amazing would it be if I predicted your card that you're thinking of by drawing it before I even walked out on stage? Yeah?
Very impressed.
Well, Penn, I did draw your card, but I drew the rest of them too. For all you muggles, this is the oldest gag in magic, but I always thought that it would be so cool if you could do it with real playing cards. All of the cards are facing one direction, except for one. Penn, on the count of 3, you're gonna yell your card out loud.
I will.
1, 2, 3 of clubs.
3 of diamonds.
What?
3 of diamonds.
The 3 of diamonds.
Yeah.
Well, if this was right, that would have fooled all of us. But don't worry, in the slim chance you did not pick the 3 of clubs, I do have a deck of cards with only your card reversed in it with me on stage. As far as which one it's in, I have no idea, which is why I need a little bit of help from the lovely Brooke Burke.
All right, let's get this right.
Brooke.
That's right. It's us against the boys right
Sure
now.
did. Brooke, if you were to guess how many cards are in here, what would you say?
2,000.
Close. There's 2,704, which means there are 52 decks of cards. And the reason for that is like the deck you just saw, I reversed a different card in each deck so that all of the cards are accounted for. As far as which deck has Penn's card reversed, that's why you're here.
Okay.
First, you have to give it a good shuffle. It's not that hard. Shuffle them like this.
Okay.
Your turn, you're strong. Oh, but like a Spice Girl, you know, with some flair, you know?
Okay.
Okay, all right.
We would have been good.
Perfect, yeah, true that. Reach in, select one deck.
Okay. Any deck?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that the one you want?
Yes.
The one you really, really want?
Yes. Is it the one you want me to want?
Yes, perfect. Now,
Okay.
Penn, what was your card again?
3 of diamonds.
The 3 of diamonds. Now, how amazing would it be if in the deck that Brooke selected, the single card reversed was the 3 of diamonds. Now, rehearsing that was rough, so I'm glad it went smooth. Brooke's practically a Spice Girl and a pretty good Nancy Drew.
Thank you. You
And
did
even
great.
though Brooke found the deck with Penn's card reversed, she can't take all the credit. Because remember, I did predict it. But really, let me prove it to you. I knew from the beginning that you weren't going to pick the 3 of clubs. That's too obvious. But your card, Brooke, you can step over here. The 3 of diamonds, unlike the 3 of clubs, won't erase. Brooke, help me erase the rest, because Penn's card is the only one that I drew in permanent marker.
No way. Anna Rose, everyone. Hey, let's chat. you go about deciding what kind of an act you're gonna perform for these two guys?
Gosh, I don't even know. I'm flustered right now. You're awesome, thank you. And I like
My
your dress.
pleasure. I like your dress.
Thank you.
What would you do if you weren't a magician?
If I was not a magician, I would probably have an antique store, or I'd probably be a college professor.
Okay. Well, what would you teach?
I like psychology, philosophy, stuff like that.
How important is the intellectual part of magic?
It's really fun. It's mental gymnastics. I think that it's exciting. That's what human beings are meant to do, is to create.
All right, it's time to put Penn and Teller on the spot. Are you ready? Penn and Teller?
Whoa, Anna Rose, really, really nice. You did something I don't think anyone's ever done on this show, which is you snuck in code words to your own routine to explain how it was done, which was just brilliant. And that trick, which you knew for a fact was not gonna fool us, was a miracle to everyone else. And you have to point that out. Even though you gave us the code words, that is an absolute miracle. And the part of it that is brilliant, did you invent that yourself?
I did.
Wow, that's really, really good. That's really good. And you know, the whole routine is just great, just terrific from beginning to end. And you even mentioned the Spice Girls. You didn't mention my favorite Spice Girl, who was Sticky Spice. Wasn't that one of them? I don't know. I don't really know the Spice Girls. I was just lying. But we love the routine, and I think we might have snuck something in there, our own code words, to let you know that we know that maybe you didn't fool us. But what do you think, Anna Rose?
Does all that blah, blah, blah make sense to you?
Sounds about right.
Anna Rose, everyone. We haven't had a fooler yet, but that could change when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Las Vegas. Let's meet the next magician who's gambling they can fool Penn and Teller.
I'm Willy Monroe from Madrid. Usually people know me like a balloon magic artist. I do magic only with balloons, and I won many awards. But there is another side to me. When I was a kid, my brother brought me my first magic cube. My world changed. My life was different after this day. With this magic cube, I can combine my two passions, the magic and puzzles. Over 40 years, I collect a lot of puzzles. My house is full of puzzles. My wife went to kill me. I love magic. Magic is the only way where big things fit in small spaces. My greatest achievement is to fit a large-scale illusion show, the Vegas style, in a teeny space like this. Penn, Teller, you will see.
Welcome, everyone, to the magical world of Willy Monroe.
Ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages, welcome to the Petit Grand Theater, presenting the handsome brothers Righteous and Leftus, and their lovely Hungarian assistant, Miss Rurik.
That was amazing.
Thank you very much.
Why do you think Penn said, oh no?
Maybe if you don't expect, he can check the cube.
So what's your feeling in this moment? Do you think you fooled them?
I think I fool a lot of magicians with this, then I hope.
You must be the only magician in the world who does this trick.
Yes, nobody do that. This is my own creation.
Okay. And do you always have the cube on your fingernail? You and Penn have something in common.
Yes. It's a tribute.
All right, Willy. Let's see if your cube magic is good enough to earn a trophy. Penn and Teller?
Willy, you know, doing big stage illusions is one of the hardest things to do in magic. And doing big stage illusions small seems even harder. The idea of doing this with a cube is just brilliant and so cute, and to bring our attention down that small is really great. But it's the same problem with big stage illusions, which is you tend to think, well, if I could really monkey around with the props, it probably wouldn't fool me. You know, the zigzag, the last thing you did, we could probably get some sort of idea of it with just brilliant craftsmanship, but we'd probably figure out something. The metamorphosis looked beautiful. It was startling. It was, I think, more amazing than done full size with people. But I don't want to talk about those. The levitation, we can see everything there. It's just there. And we had like 5 ideas, and then one by one, they kind of fell away, or at least 4 of them fell away. And we had 1 left for the way you could have done that. And we talked about that and then realized that we were wrong about that too. You fooled us.
Well done, congratulations! Oh, I didn't know where they were going with that. Wow. Oh, congratulations. Willy, Monroe, everyone. Well done. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. We're calling a quick timeout, but we'll get right back to the action when Fool Us returns. Welcome back to Fool Us. It's time for tonight's finale. Joined by a member of our studio audience are the 2 and only Penn and Teller.
Yeah, you just came up to the audience, right?
Yes.
And what is your name, our newest friend?
Amy.
Amy. Hello, Amy. I'm Penn. This is Teller. And Teller has got a ton of money. Teller is made of money. He's got a bunch of money there. He's got 50s, 20s, 10s, 5s, 1s. They're all there. Don't take it all, but take a bunch of it. Grab a handful of that money. Yeah, just hold it so no one can see. No one can see. Cover right up. Make sure that no one can see how much money you have. Now, you have no idea how much money you have, right? I mean, you could have $14, or you could have $103. There were 50s in there, or you could have $3 because there were singles in there. You have no idea. It was all mixed up. You just grabbed it. Now, it's your money.
Okay.
I didn't tell you that in advance because then you would have fought me and taken the whole amount. But Amy, you've got an amount of money. It's behind your back. You didn't see what it was when you took it. I didn't see what it was. No one knows how much money you have. We're going to focus on trying to guess what amount of money that is.
Pizza! Who ordered the pizza? Somebody ordered a pizza.
No one ordered a pizza.
Anybody
We're
ordered a
recording
pizza?
a television program.
Somebody ordered a pizza.
No. Wait a minute. Is it Piff, the Magic Dragon, or Mac, or Hondro? Because they would do a practical joke. No, there's no. What are you doing? Who invited you on stage? There's no pizza. Okay, we'll take the pizza. Thank you so much. Now you run along and peddle your pizzas, okay? We just go.
I'd like to get paid.
We're on stage. I don't have any money. Teller doesn't have. Amy! You just took a bunch of money. You had no idea how much it was. Let's look at how much this is. Look at this receipt here. It's from the, come in here. It's $42. What is this, a cocaine pizza? $42. But of course, it's all broken down. See the subtotal, $33.90. Then you've got delivery. $5 for delivery?
Come on, I had to walk through the casino.
$5 for delivery. Sales tax, taxes, theft, $3.10. That's $42 total. Amy, you grabbed a bunch of money. You have no idea how much you grabbed. What you got there, Amy? Pull it up.
All right.
Count it right here, would you please? There's 10, 15, 16, makes it hard now.
I know.
21, 22, 32, 42. You grabbed an amount of money exactly 42. There you go. Go peddle your pizza. Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Boy, that's strange, isn't it, Amy? You don't even order it, they just bring it to you. Then usually you pick what you want on the pizza, right? And then you call them up. But here's the menu right here. This is Nevada Pie Co. They got a bunch of different kinds of pizzas. They got a Bugsy's, Rudy's Special, Pico Pie, I don't know what that is. All different kinds of pizzas there. Which one of those would you have, Amy?
Rudy's Special.
The Rudy's Special. I don't know what that is, but the Rudy's Special. Can you find that here? Where's the Rudy's? Oh, there it is right there. What does the Rudy's Special have on it?
Cheese, pepperoni, green peppers, and tomatoes.
Now, the one above that is the Pizza Bianca. I think it means white, doesn't it? So that's pesto-based white pizza. I was right about that. And the New York is Parmesan ground beef. I know before I was vegan, I would have got ground beef. Now I would have gotten the totally vegan, which is vegan white cheddar, olives, and mushrooms. But you chose the Rudy Special, cheese, pepperoni, green peppers, and tomatoes. And let's see what's on this pizza. I think you can see pretty clearly, Amy, that is tomato, pepperoni, green peppers. Is that exactly what you ordered?
It is.
Exactly what you ordered, right there. And there is your receipt. There's the menu. There's the pizza. Enjoy that, Amy. Right back to your seat. That's Amy with the pizza.
We've got to break up this pizza party, but the fun will continue on the next episode of Penn and Teller Fool Us. Good night, everyone, from Las Vegas.